Hello, everyone, and welcome to Solshow. Today, we are talking about *Malignant*. This is the origin story of Professor Quirrell from Harry Potter. Just kidding. This is a film directed by James Wan. If you are familiar with him, he created the Saw franchise. Maybe you've heard of it. Insidious, The Conjuring, Aquaman. One of those things is not like the other. And yeah, it's Insidious. Insidious is very similar to this movie, I think, in tone and the way it has like action and supernatural things all kind of blended into this nice warm pot of shit. I know that the reception for this movie is a little all over the place. I watched a couple reviews just now. There was like some people who were just like, "Oh, this is a dumb horror movie," and then you got guys like Chris Stuckman over here who are like, "No, it's a campy, supposed to laugh at it kind of so bad it's one of those, The Room of horror." I think I'm somewhere in the middle, and I've never like been that guy to watch movies just because they're so bad. Don't get me wrong, I like watching all movies, but I never seem to get the enjoyment that other people seem to get out of those movies. And on top of that, I still review them as bad movies. I don't think ironic pleasure factors into my scores or my enjoyment all that much. So that's just how I feel about that. And *Malignant*, I'm not even going to argue whether it's supposed to be a campy, satire-y, parody-ish kind of film. Because at the end of the day, if I don't care about any of the characters, I'm not going to care about the film. If I don't care about what's going on, I'm just not going to care. And for the majority of the first half of this movie, it's completely boring. I could not give a shit about the first half of this film. And the second half, once you get the big plot reveal, it recontextualizes majority of the film, and then you're like, oh, I see what they're doing. And then that's when shit goes off the rails. One of my favorite moments in this film is where the bad guy in this film, it's like this like weird walking wobbly, like broken armed, like long, he looks like he's dressing like the pig guy from Saw, but instead of a pig mask, he looks like Sloth. Yeah, he just picks up a chair and he just yeets it across an entire giant room, and it just smacks these two people on the back of the head and they just crumble to the floor. That was the best moment in cinema this year. And the majority of the stuff that happens in the second half, that's when it goes off the rails. That's when it's more campy, and it's really fun. That's worth the price of admission, I would say. Well, maybe not the price of admission. I would say if you have HBO Max already, then watch it. If you're gonna pay full price at the theater, don't. I have a good deal thing going on at my theater. Don't waste your money. I go because it's like religion. It's like when you go to church, you know. I gotta go. We gotta pick a movie, so we gotta watch it. But that's just me. And you know, I was very interested. You know, James Wan directing it. I really like the covers for the poster and the promotional art. And James Wan, I think he was just trying to have some fun here. I think this is like one of those like back burner kind of scripts that you have in your back pocket, and then like maybe it just doesn't come out the way you want it to, and you're like, whatever. I got to make Aquaman. That's all I needed to make enough money for the rest of my life. I'll make these kind of films now. But yeah, it's an alright movie. Like once you get past the like really goofy stuff, and maybe that's what you're in it for. If that's why you're in it, it doesn't feel like it has enough of that to justify it for me personally. But once you get past that stuff, there are some moments here that are really good. You're not going to care about the characters, though. Like, the main woman, I found more or less just really annoying. Her sister, my wife was pointing out what a terrible actress she was. There's, like, really terrible, tragic, family-destroying moments in this film. And she was just like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Don't worry about it. that kind of energy. And yeah, the majority of the film, its biggest crime is just being boring. It's in the second half very enjoyable though, much more in a ironic sense, but it is still a fun movie. The twist is worth the movie, I would say. I'm gonna go into spoilers now, so that's your review. The fact that there is the whole opening of this film, I was like, what does this have to do with anything? And then you realize, oh, she has a genetic superpowered twin demon on the back of her head, and the back of her head opens up and it pops out looking like some kind of 90s special effects. It's great. And yeah, his bones are breaking, and then he's like in the police district building, whatever the fuck. He's just slicing people up. He's in the jail. He's going to town on just these random people, and then he just escapes. He just walks out. He's that overpowered. Yeah, super goofy, man. But I had a blast. And it's one of those films, you're not going to really remember it. Like, I barely remember how it ended. There's other dumb things, like this woman gets her legs crushed, and then, like, a second later, she just gets up. Like, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, just little things like that happen in the movie, and that's about it. Oh, and this whole thing started because her boyfriend threw her head against the wall, and that activated the twins. What? Yeah, but anyway, that's what I thought of Malignant. I would give this film a 6 out of 10. A pretty strong 6 out of 10, though. I did enjoy my time with it, especially in the second half. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you enjoy these film reviews, I have a plethora of them on this channel. Go and watch them. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, with that, I leave you.